Howdy folks, Rob, MaximumRD here, and here's a big box. It's a big heavy box. I mean, it's heavy, okay, and you're going to see why in just a moment. I had been teasing this on my Facebook group that a package would be arriving, and it did a couple days ago. I just had no time to get to it, but on that note, here we go. Now this package is from a real retro gamer, Keith Carlson. Keith Carlson, also known as a retro gamer 81081. That would be on Twitter and on Atari Age. So anyways, I'm going to get right to it. I've got more things to say, but I want to get right to opening up this big heavy box right here. So let's begin. I'd only removed all the labeling and addresses, so on and so forth. And now I'm cutting into it for the first time. Carefully. And I already know, we had a lot of communication on Facebook Messenger, messages through Facebook, and so he basically kept me informed with every detail and every step of the way. Anyway, let me just read the note that's included. It's right on the top here. You have to see this, guys. Check this out, okay? He told me how he had packed it basically in like 12 layers of wrap, plastic wrap and bubble wrap. It's got a note right there on top, and it is literally packed. So he shipped this all the way from the good old USA to myself here in Canada. And anyway, let me just read the note and start digging in and show you this awesome package. Okay, here we go. To Rob, MaximumRD, I am a big fan and subscriber to your YouTube channel. Very nice printing, by the way. As well as a fellow Facebook friend. I know your favorite video game systems you grew up with are the ColecoVision, #1, Intellivision, yes, and the Atari 2600. I know you have many ways to play Atari 2600 games. You have a Coleco Gemini, oh, this guy, he knows everything. He's seen my videos. Coleco Gemini, ColecoVision Expansion Module 1, a Sears Video Arcade 2, the 2600 adapter for the 5200, yes, an Atari 7800, 2600 Junior, Vader VCS, love that one, and a 4-switch Woody VCS, correct, which another great YouTuber had sent me. You are one console model away to complete it, and it is the ultra classic 6-switch wood grain model, and that is correct. And I've mentioned that a few times here and there in groups, probably in videos too. And it is, I enjoy going to thrift stores, flea markets, pawn shops, going on eBay, looking for and bringing Atari 2600s back to life. It is a fun hobby, and just the joy of giving my friends and family the experience of retro gaming is like how retro gaming is in the 80s, and to relive it. Something I enjoy doing. I wanted to donate and give you an original 6-switch wood grain console. It is the Light Sixer model to add to your collection and to your game room. In addition, I threw in some extra games, a few controllers you needed, as well as the Star Raiders keypad controller you were missing. I cleaned up and did a basic cleaning of your console and the controllers inside and out, and thoroughly tested it to make sure everything works 100%, including the switches and joystick ports. I also included an authentic bottle of real Texas barbecue sauce, as I live in the state of Texas. Cool, souvenir from Texas. And an extra gift and a souvenir to you. I really hope you enjoy this additional piece to your library, and I hope the unboxing won't take forever as I packaged it overly secure and tight. Big smiley face. That's the only way to do it, especially when you're crossing over borders and ending up in Canadian customs. Thank you for bringing back retro gaming and sharing it with us. Your friend Keith Carlson from Dallas, Texas. You can find me under this name on YouTube and Facebook, and on Atari Age under Retro Gamer 81081. Enjoy! Enjoy. Big smiley face on the bottom. I think you're going to see a big smiley face right here more and more as I go through this package. And again, well, so see, without the note, of course, having ordered and received many things from the US and other areas around the globe, you know, I always ask people who send to make sure they just wrap everything tight. Pretty much assume the package is going to be kicked against a brick wall and you want the contents to survive. I have no doubt that everything is perfectly intact in this package. So let us begin. I will get through it as fast as I can with the X-Acto knife in hand. And wow, okay, so let's get right to it. He's wrapped everything individually. This is awesome. Which, by the way, I just want to mention, added greatly to the cost. Obviously, this is a big, heavy package shipped across borders. He totally covered the shipping. When he told me what he was planning to send, I did message him back and say, you know, I'd be happy, more than happy to help out with the shipping. He wouldn't have any of it, okay? He's like, no, this is on me. You know, I got this for you, my gift. That's just so nice, okay? Like, I don't know what else to say. So here we go. We got some classics here, and I hope, you know, it's always an issue with the focusing. I'm going to move my butt a little closer here. And that between my long arms, I should be able to show you. Hopefully, this is in proper focus. Got an Activision skiing. Excellent. And, you know, usually my Activision carts, they end up suffering from that glue effect, oily glue that seeped through the label. Activisions are notorious for this. But this is a very good looking cartridge, intact, beautiful. Next game, Defender. You can never go wrong with Defender, of course. Awesome, classic 2600 game. The classic Combat, usually included with the Atari 2600. Can't go wrong with that. I think I may have one or two lying around already. I already discussed, I said, you know, however it turns out, you know, I'm a pay it forward type of fellow. Began a long time ago, years ago, and that's exactly what I believe in doing. So when I have extras, you know, I like to pay it forward, and if I have multiple cartridges, I'll always pass them on to someone else who could use them. So what do you got here? Super Challenge Baseball. Okay, really cool. Those are such odd shaped cartridges from Mattel, the Intellivision guys. So when they ported some of their titles over, they used actually remainder cartridge shells from the Intellivision and just snapped on this end so they would fit properly in the 2600. Really weird. So, okay, let's see here. Oh, and well, that's going to be awesome because I don't think I had this already. To go with the keypad he sent me, as I mentioned in the letter, Star Raiders. Man, these are in great shape. These, I have to say, so far, these are in better shape than any of my loose carts. Star Raiders. Oh, awesome game. If you've ever played this with a friend or two or three, Warlords paddle game on the 2600, that's just awesome. These are beautiful cartridges, by the way. These are in really great shape. I know also he was saying how he polished, you know, polished all the carts and all the plastics, and it shows. These look magnificent. Started off with games with perfect labels, and he cleaned them up from there. So what's this? Now I'm wondering, you know, every cartridge, what it is. Street Racer with the old text type of label. I like them because they're like a metallic text on it. Really cool. Street Racer. All right. Bowling. Now through all our correspondence, he did basically, I mean, I knew I was getting the console and a listing of most of the games and controllers and things like that, but it's still interesting to see exactly which games and the little variances and differences that he decided to include is really cool. 51, oh here, Blackjack, another one of the metallic text type labels. Really cool. Trying to get through these. Oh, wow. Gotta have it. Notorious. Pac-Man. But again, wow, beautiful label. These all look amazing, and they're also shiny. Very good. It's just amazing how old these games and cartridges are, and it just shows you the durability. Sequest, Activision. If it's an Activision, you're pretty much guaranteed a fun time on the 2600 with Activision cartridges. Games, titles. You know, they broke away from Atari when they weren't getting their recognition and formed the great Activision company and improved upon many of the classics and of course a lot of new games. Kaboom! Kaboom! Another fun, hectic, frantic game. You gotta love that. God, I still remember back in the day playing these like the first time. Well, there you go. Pitfall, again a classic. It's got a bit of that. I don't know if you like call it label rot. It is just, again, it's extremely well known on the Activision carts. Something to do with the glue that they used. It always ends up seeping through the label because of like the oils and the glue. But you know what? This label's still sticking, and I think I have a copy, might have a copy of Pitfall, but this is still in better condition than mine. So it's actually kind of rare finding Activision titles for the 2600 that don't have that seeping glue effect, unfortunately. Just tons of padding here. Oh wow, come on. Asteroids. Again, another Atari classic. Asteroids. Sorry, I hope I'm getting close enough here. I have a really bad, if some of you know from my past videos, of holding it up too high or too low. I'm trying to hold it dead center. I hope you're seeing it somewhat, and I hope I am close enough. That's why I'm reading all the games to you. Space Invaders, another arcade port classic. Again with the metallic text-based label. I really like that. So many games. And you know, I mean, hey, I've got a Harmony cartridge. So just out of convenience, it's always fun to use, but man, there's just something about original cartridges. Having them in your hand and checking out each title. Original cartridge, Breakout, again another great paddle classic. God, how many hours I've put into playing Breakout. Oh, Super Breakout. With the beautiful artwork that many of the Atari related games had. Gotta love that nostalgic classic artwork that you know, you always look at it and go, plug in the game, and then of course you're like, really, this is astronauts? What does this have to do? But just like the manuals you read, and they had this deep backstory for all the simplistic games. But that was the beauty of it, right? It was all about imagination and just, you know, oh, did I leave something back there? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Blackjack, yeah. you had to use your imagination with these early games and the primitive graphics, but it didn't matter because the fun was there, the gameplay was there, the challenge was there. So, Human Cannonball. Human Cannonball. What do we call that one? Oh yeah, I think I know that one. Human Cannonball. There we go. I'll definitely refresh my memory when I plug that cartridge in. This may be a long video, folks, so I'll try to get through these quickly. Real Sports Baseball. Real Sports Baseball. Oh, I'm going to be so pissed if I'm not holding these at the right level, but I'm trying to be logical about it and centering it as much as possible. So there we go. I really wanted to do a good unboxing for Keith. Great generosity, very kind, and Circus Atari. I have to say, and we had several conversations through messaging on Facebook, and when he first proposed this, sending me this package, and then he was like, he was adding more and more, and he asked me if I was interested in this, if I wanted that. Hey, you got a good clean set of controllers, and throw them in. You know, I'm like, really? Wow, you know. And then again, like I said, then he covers the shipping. I was just like, this is just unreal, you know. So really, really awesome and generous. Video Olympics. Video Olympics. Everything's wrapped up. Ah, good. I know mine is nowhere near this condition. Frogger by good old Parker Brothers. Great game. Okay, let me get some of this wrap out of the way. Yeah, he kept saying that I've wrapped this up. You don't have to worry. Missile Command. Awesome game. Like, this package is really heavy. I've wrapped everything up individually. 4 layers of plastic. Every cart, every accessory is wrapped up. And sure enough, everything has arrived perfectly intact. You know, I mean, he wrote fragile on the cover. Like the post office and delivery person ever listens to that, right? So you have to wrap them up good. 3D tic-tac-toe. Not just tic-tac-toe, but 3D tic-tac-toe. Sometimes I think that word fragile on a package just makes the delivery person go a little bit crazy. You know? Oh, fragile, huh? Yeah, well, let's just see about that. So yeah, he's prepared this to take a beating, no matter what. Everything is intact. Video Olympics. Video Olympics. Okay. I'll certainly have a lot of packaging if I send anything else out anytime soon. Video Pinball. Video Pinball. Cool stuff. And I certainly, you know, I appreciate, obviously, him covering the shipping. I've sent out several packages. I never ask for shipping costs either. To me, you know, if you're doing this for enjoyment or fun, or, you know, just to see the reaction on somebody's face, you know, I've always covered the shipping myself. I've sent to U.S. I've sent to other areas of the world, you know, and I cover it. It's on my dime because that just makes it more of a treat. Yar's Revenge, you know, there's a classic. Just more of a treat for the person receiving it. Very awesome. Of course, you know, as I said, I definitely offered and would have had no problem with that, but as I said, he wouldn't have any of that, so that was really cool of him. Boxing on Activision. Boxing. Really nice. Alright, I think we're finishing up the games. Oh, again, you know, I don't think there's a bad game in this pile. River Raid. River Raid. I mean, hey, I know it's all subjective, but there's many great classics here. Many great Activision games. I think I'm getting to the end of the actual cartridges. And I know, like I said, I've seen other pictures of consoles that he's restored in various groups. Is that Dodgem? Yep, Dodgem, again with the great art. And, you know, as he stated in his letter, he picks these up, he finds whatever deals he can get, complete package deals, bits and pieces here and there, whatever he can get a hold of, and then he literally takes them apart, cleans them inside and out, restores everything to beautiful condition, and then, you know, he just passes a lot of these things on, just again for people to enjoy. Okay, I'll open this now. I think that's it for the games. Check this out. Okay, so that's cool. I've never had one of these. That's the controller, the specific keypad controller for Star Raiders. Look at that. Again, just looks beautiful. Looks like you just took it out of the original packaging for the first time, literally. Excellent. Star Raiders keypad. Excellent. Okay. Something. Oh, that's the souvenir. The souvenir from Texas. So we talked about it a little bit, and I said, well, this is what I like, and you know what you're allowed to send and what you can't send, and all that. And we came up with this as a great idea. You know, I loves me some barbecue, and he sent me Stubbs spicy barbecue sauce. Okay, I love spicy. I love barbecue, and this is a nice 18-ounce bottle of Stubbs barbecue sauce. I look forward to having this. Yeah, next steak I cook up, next barbecue, whatever, we will be enjoying this. We both enjoy spicy. And that's the souvenir he included. Good old Texas Stubbs barbecue. Thank you very much. I really look forward to tasting that. That's going to be awesome. Okay, thank you. It's always nice, you know, including a little souvenir that represents where the package is coming from. Okay, so, wow, so clean. I think all these are just going to become my default from now on because these are in better shape than any ones that I may have lying around. And you can see how shiny. Good old classic one button. See, even the rubber base on there is still intact. Sometimes they tend to pop out of the sides a little bit. But again, as you can see, I mean, just look at the condition of that. And everything's tested. Good working, good looking. Awesome. Controller. And he asked me if I wanted a pair of these. You know, I told him, I said, I think I have at least a couple pair around, but I don't know if they're jittery or not. And I said I know I did intend at some point. My whole collection is in storage basically. I'm in that process of going through things and deciding because I'm at a point in life, I'm not going to go on about it again, where I have to get rid of a lot of things. I have to. That's all I'm saying. I have to. And but you know, for us collectors and retro gamers, it's really hard deciding what to part with. But, you know, you don't need multiples of things, right? Anyway, I don't want to go on about all that right now. But anyways, so I let him know I didn't know if my paddles were jittery or not. And he's like, forget it. I'm going to include a pair of paddles that are perfectly smooth and working without any jitter effect. You got it. So then you know. There you go. They work perfectly. I know these will be perfect and not jittery at all in the control. So these are to be my default go-to paddles. I don't even have to think about it. So that's awesome. Okay, almost done. Just making sure there's nothing else in these wraps. All right, I think that is it. And now for the piece de resistance. The actual console, again, look at that. He took no chances. He took no chances, and I'm not even going to take a chance cutting through this with the X-Acto knife. So he was exactly correct. He knew my history from watching my videos on what I had and what I don't have. And yes, I haven't had a heavy sixer since I No, I don't think I've ever had a heavy sixer. I think even back in the day, my first one was a 4-switch. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, here we go. Almost there, folks. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. I already took off 2 layers. So he was not taking any chances. And here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Seriously, folks, come on. Look at this. Look. Look at this. Look at this shine. Look at that. He tested all the chrome switches. And I know because he even sent me a video of the testing that he did. I'll put a link in the description just to make sure that it worked. He didn't say who it was going to or anything at that time, but he had a little test video. That link will be in the video. The link to his channel will be in the video. There's the 4-switch Woody in all its glory. And this is one of the ones that was still produced, as it says right on the label here, in Sunnyvale, California. Later they contracted it out, having them produced overseas. I think it was in Taiwan, I believe. Taiwan, yeah, I think. But this was one of the originals that was still produced in Sunnyvale, California. Got the cord on there, and he's even included the cable, the coaxial adapter. Okay, so plugs right directly in without the requirement of a slide switch box. You just plug that right to the cable input for RF, hooking it up automatically. No switch box required. Okay, there's the back of the unit. It's so intact. It's beautiful. It is really nice. A very, very nice representation of the 4-switched light sixer. I wish this room had more light. I'm not sure how much justice I am giving this console here, but there you go. It is beautiful. That's it, folks. Okay, so I have everyone now, including the 6-switch. 6 switches of awesomeness. So there you go. The console, all the accessories, the barbecue sauce, and the games, all the games. So I'm going to do one double check because I would hate to find out that I missed something. No, I believe that is it. Kick myself if I discover something later and say, oh, I didn't show it in the video. So, but I believe that's it. All right, folks, so there you have it. Thank you, KEITH CARLSON. That was awesome. Okay, so you guys look him up, link in the description, check out his channel, say hi, tell him Rob MaximumRD sent you. Yeah, and he just has to settle down and calm down now. Okay, so I just better go because I'm just gonna blabber on and on and on. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.